Have you ever looked at the clock at the end of the day and wondered, where did all the time go? You woke up with plans, you had goals, you had things you wanted to accomplish. Maybe you wanted to work on your dream. Maybe you wanted to learn a new skill. Maybe you wanted to exercise, read a book, start a business, spend time with family, or simply become a little better than you were yesterday. And yet, somehow, the day disappeared, not in a dramatic way, not because of an emergency, not because life completely got in the way, but because it leaked away, minute by minute, scroll by scroll, video by video, notification by notification, and before you knew it, the sun had set. If that sounds familiar, then today's message is for you. My name is Grandpa T, and I want to share something that took many people way too long to understand. You do not need more time. You need fewer distractions. Because the truth is, most people are not suffering from a lack of time. They are suffering from a lack of attention, and attention is where your life is built. Not tomorrow, not next year, today. Every moment you choose to focus on something, you are casting a vote for the person you are becoming. So sit back for a moment, because what we're about to discuss might completely change the way you look at your days and perhaps even your life. One of the most common phrases people say is, I don't have time. I don't have time to exercise. I don't have time to learn. I don't have time to start. I don't have time to build my dream. But if we are honest, many of us spend hours every day consuming things we will barely remember tomorrow. We pick up our phones for 5 minutes, then somehow 45 minutes disappear. We watch one short video, then another, and another, and another. The frightening thing about distractions is that they don't arrive wearing a villain's costume. They arrive dressed as entertainment, as comfort, as convenience, as just a quick break. Distractions rarely kick down the front door. They sneak through an open window. And by the time you notice them, they've already stolen hours from your life. Imagine if someone stole $20 from your wallet every day. You would notice. You would become angry. You would protect your money. But when distractions steal 2 hours from your day, many people don't even realize it happened. That's because we've been taught to value money more than time. Yet money can be earned again. Time cannot. Once an hour is gone, it is gone forever. No amount of success can buy back yesterday. No amount of wealth can purchase another childhood memory. No promotion can bring back the years spent waiting to start living. Time is the one currency that only moves in one direction, and every second that passes is a coin you will never hold again. Here's something most people never calculate. The cost of a distraction isn't the 5 minutes you spend on it. It's the life you could have built during those 5 minutes repeated over years. Think about that. 1 hour a day doesn't seem significant, but 1 hour every day becomes 365 hours a year. That is more than 9 full work weeks. Imagine spending those hours learning a valuable skill, reading meaningful books, building a business, improving your health, deepening relationships, creating art, writing, studying, growing. Now imagine spending those same hours endlessly scrolling. One path compounds into a better future. The other disappears like smoke. This is why distractions are so dangerous. They don't destroy your future all at once. They erode it slowly, like water wearing down stone, so slowly that most people don't notice until years have passed. I want you to imagine your mind as a garden. Every morning you wake up with fresh soil, fresh sunlight, fresh water, fresh opportunity. Your attention is the water. Wherever you pour it, something grows. If you pour it into learning, knowledge grows. If you pour it into practice, skill grows. If you pour it into relationships, connection grows. But if you pour it endlessly into distractions, those grow too. Every garden grows something. The question is whether you're growing flowers or weeds. Many people think success is about working harder. Sometimes it is, but more often than not, success is simply about protecting the garden, removing the weeds, guarding what deserves your attention, and refusing to let everything compete for your focus, because your attention is not infinite, it is precious, it is sacred, and it deserves protection. Now let's talk about something many of us struggle with: short-form content, the endless stream of videos, the constant flow of entertainment, the infinite scroll. There is a reason it feels difficult to stop. These platforms are designed to capture attention. Every swipe promises something new, something funny, something surprising, something exciting. Your brain begins chasing the next reward, the next novelty, the next dopamine hit. And before long, you find yourself trapped in a cycle. Not because you're weak, but because you're human. The problem is that meaningful things often feel slower. Reading a book feels slower. Learning a skill feels slower. Building a business feels slower. Getting fit feels slower. But meaningful things reward you for years, while distraction rewards you for a shorter time. One gives pleasure, the other gives fulfillment, and fulfillment will always outlast pleasure. If you're finding value in this message so far, I have a small favor to ask. Take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below answering this question: what distraction steals the most time from your life? Your answer might help someone else recognize the very thing that's holding them back. And if you're someone who wants more wisdom, deeper perspectives, and practical lessons about building a meaningful life, subscribing ensures you won't miss future conversations. Now let's continue, because the most important lesson is still ahead. Most people think time is measured by clocks. I disagree. Time is measured by attention. Think about it. Have you ever spent 3 hours doing something meaningless and felt empty afterward? Of course. But have you ever spent 30 minutes doing something deeply meaningful and felt alive? That's because life is experienced through attention, not through minutes, not through hours, through presence. A distracted life can feel short even if it is long. A meaningful life can feel rich even if it is simple. The quality of your attention determines the quality of your experience, and the quality of your experience determines the quality of your life. Imagine your life as a ship crossing an ocean. Your goals are the destination. Your values are the compass. Your habits are the sails. But distractions are the current. A current doesn't need to be powerful to pull a ship off course. It only needs enough time. 1 degree off course today becomes miles off course later. That's how most people lose years, not through catastrophe, through drift, through small daily choices repeated over and over again. A little less focus, a little more distraction, a little more delay, a little less intention. Then one day they wake up wondering how they arrived somewhere they never meant to go. Here's a simple idea that can transform your life. Spend your time the same way you spend your money, intentionally. Imagine waking up every morning with a bank account containing 24 hours. You cannot save it. You cannot invest it for later. You cannot carry it into tomorrow. By midnight, whatever remains disappears forever. How would you spend it? Would you waste it carelessly? Or would you invest it into things that matter? Because whether you realize it or not, that is exactly what happens every single day. You are constantly spending your life's most valuable currency. The only question is whether you're getting a worthwhile return. When people reach the end of their lives, very few wish they had spent more time scrolling. Very few wish they had consumed more distractions. Most wish they had spent more time with loved ones, more time creating, more time learning, more time pursuing dreams, more time living intentionally. And that realization reveals something important. Deep down, we already know what matters. The challenge isn't knowledge. The challenge is action. The challenge is protecting our attention from everything trying to steal it, because every distraction is asking for a piece of your life. And every time you say yes to one thing, you are saying no to something else. So remember this: you do not need more time. You need fewer distractions. You already have hours in your day. The question is where those hours are going. Your life is being built right now, not someday, not when conditions are perfect, not when motivation magically appears. Right now, with every choice, with every moment of attention, with every decision about where your focus goes. Time is your most valuable currency. Spend it wisely. Invest it carefully. Protect it fiercely. Use it to build the life you truly want. Use it to become the person you were meant to be. And when the sun sets on each day, may you'll be able to look back and say, "Today I spent my time on something that mattered to me." This is Grandpa T. Thank you for spending some of your precious time with me today. And until next time, take care of your attention, because your attention becomes your days become your years, and your years become your life.